Hi everyone, it's the festive season. If you want to know how I made this giant slab of homemade peppermint bark and how it tastes, then just keep on watching. I'm not sure how I came to be aware of peppermint bark. I've always been into American culture from a young age. It was in my consciousness. I spent last Christmas in London. I saw that Fortnum and Mason sold bars of peppermint bark, I believe for around £16. I went to the shop, they didn't have any. I was devastated. This year, I was determined to have peppermint bark. Now, the most famous one, the iconic Williams-Sonoma peppermint bark, is actually available in the UK via the West Elm website. However, it cost £29 for a box of peppermint bark, plus I believe around £10 shipping. As much as I was into it, I didn't want to spend £40 on peppermint bark, and I thought, actually, I can make my own, because all this stuff is chocolate, peppermint extract, and crushed candy canes. And this peppermint bark, including a sweet little gift tin that I purchased, came in at around £16. So a massive saving on what I would have spent if I was buying pre-made peppermint bark. So how did I make it? I started off with some chocolates. The ingredients are dark chocolate. I used 300 grams of Lindt. High cocoa solids dark chocolate. Probably a bit less than 300 grams because you have to have a try, don't you, while you're cooking. I had slightly less. I used 3 90-gram bars of Milky Bar for the white chocolate again. Had a piece while I was cooking. I used 6 crushed candy canes, which I picked up for £2 for a box of 12. I used peppermint extract from Waitrose, and they are the ingredients. It's that simple. So the very first thing I did was melt the dark chocolate over a double boiler. So this is getting some boiling water, placing a dish or plate. I used a plate with a dip over it, and then melted the chocolate on there. It makes it less at risk of burning than if you do it in the microwave. However, if you do want to do it in the microwave, apparently 15-second bursts is the way to go, checking very often. After this chocolate was melted, I took it off the heat, the dark chocolate, and stirred in a good, I'd say, half to a teaspoon of peppermint extract. I really like peppermint. I stirred that all in, and I was looking for a silicone baking liner. I could only find an air fryer liner, a rectangular air fryer liner. It worked a charm. I put the dark chocolate into the liner, popped it into the fridge to set for 20 minutes. I then melted the white chocolate. I chose not to put peppermint extract into the white chocolate. I know some people do, but I just did the plain white chocolate. Again, melted that over the double boiler and poured it on top of the set dark chocolate mix. I used a spatula to try and get it all evened out, and then immediately dusted on the top with my crushed candy canes. I think if I make this again, depending on how it tastes, I gave the candy canes a little bit chunkier. It's looking very dusty up here, but I think okay for a first attempt. Then again, back into the fridge, voila. I haven't tasted the final product yet. I wanted to save this for on camera. So I do actually have some authentic peppermint bark. I managed to get 1 square of the Ghirardelli Peppermint Bark by buying this little cute gift set from TK Maxx. Again, I think it was going to cost me at least £10 to get a bar of this. So I paid £7 just for this, but I really wanted to compare my peppermint bark to some legit peppermint bark. So let's put this to the test. Okay, here is my solitary peppermint bark square, which still has 70 calories in it, so it's an indulgent treat. I'm really excited to try this. Okay, so as you can see, much thinner than my chunky slab. The candy canes are integrated into the white chocolate. Don't know how long this has been sitting on the shelf at TK Maxx. There's a bloom on the chocolate, but let's taste it. It's lovely. I think this chocolate is not the freshest, but the vibes are exactly like they thought they would be. See how thick my homemade version is compared to this one. I wanted to show you the slab. I think it would be amazing to give as a gift, a kind of lowish cost Christmas gift, or if you wanted to do homemade. As I said, this was £16 all in all, but a huge portion. I'm going to cut this into squares now and taste one and compare it to the Ghirardelli. So I will be right back. You will need a good knife to cut through if you make it as chunky as I did. So here's the piece. Next time I might even use 2 bars of chocolate because it's so thick, or of course a bigger tray. Okay, moment of truth. Well, oh my goodness. Heaven. My homemade peppermint bark slaps this one. There's no comparison. I think they've used milk chocolate here. The peppermintiness, the thickness of the chocolate. It's Christmas. I think this would make an amazing gift. I've never tried the Williams Sonoma one. Please let me know if you have. Are you going to try and make your own peppermint bark? I think it's a fabulously festive treat. Really easy to make. Will go down a storm. Great for gifts, great for guests. Just perfection. Should not have worn a red lip for this video. That's not going to last long in this house. I think I'm going to make some more for family. This has been really successful. I will link the recipe below. If you're interested in my candy cane forest Yankee candle, I reviewed this last Christmas. I don't think it was part of the Yankee Home Inspirations release this year. I will link this candle. I think there are a few left on Amazon, as well as my review below. With that being said, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you love peppermint bark? Have you ever made your own? Have you tried the bought versions? Will you be making your own? Are you interested, or are you over it? I will see you all in the next video. Happy Christmas.